It's time to make our journal for 10 Ways to Love. What you will need to make the journal is some kind of a pen or marker. Bone folders preferred. I use my metal ruler. I'll set that aside. And you will need 2 manila file folders. Does not matter where the tab is, on the end or in the middle, because we're going to cut it off anyway. This is going to be a tall and skinny junk journal. We're going to use 2. So the first step is pretty simple. You are going to bring in your cutter, and I'm going to mark it in red so you can see. Basically what I'm going to do is trim off the whole tab, and where I have that line, I'm just making it squared off. So go ahead and do that. There we go. So you're left with just a plain folded piece of manila paper. The little tab on the end, I just leave that there. It's not a big deal. So we're going to do that with both of our file folders first. Let's see, got that. There we go. That's all you'll need for your cutting for right now. Oh, you need a pair of scissors too, so get those handy. Next, I am going to fold, and I'm going to put some ink on here so you'll see where I'm folding. You do not need to do this step. This is strictly for the video that I'm doing it, so that you can see and understand. So the manila file folders are, there's one fold line, and then if you can barely see, there's a couple faint marks where you could fold them in different ways to have like a spine. We're not going to use that. We're just going to use the direct fold. What we're going to do first is turn it. We are going to fold in the outside edge right to that fold line. And now you see why I darkened it. Now, if you need to see that darkened line, go right ahead and do what I did. And it's just a folding, making sure it's nice and straight. Using your bone folder to really etch in your fold. I flip it back over and do it on the other side. One side is done. You're going to flip it over again, do the exact same thing on the other side. We are going to fold it in. Flip it back, just to get a nice crease. So you've got one done, and it's got the peaks and the valleys. Okay, set that aside. We're going to do the exact same thing to this file folder. We are going to fold in the outside edges. Make it as straight as you can. Flip it, crease it, turn it, fold it. Some days they are not totally straight, but you have to do what you can do. That's all we can do, right? Flip it, crease it, and now we've got 2 pieces. We're going to join these 2 pieces, and you need to join them exactly this way. I did another one of these videos, and I joined it the wrong way. So I'm going to say this again. So we're going to take the 2 parts. We're going to stand up where one fold part will be connected to the other fold part. Okay, so line that up. If you want to put if you want to just put something to hold them together, that would be easier, make your life easier. Okay, I've got those done. Now I'm going to take my glitter glue, and we are only going, oh, excuse me, you know what I need to do before we do that? Let's put the mark on it. So we could just join this together, but what I wanted to do was make a pocket. And to make a pocket, here's what I'm going to show you. So you've got these 2 standing up together. We're going to just flip it over that way very quickly. We are going to take our ruler and go make a mark at 5 inches from the bottom. Okay. Once you make that, then you're going to connect the top point where the fold is to your line all the way over to the edge. Now we've got that angled. So let's go back to the way we had it together like this, right? So now what we're going to do is put the, we will cut it after we glue it together. So we're only going to glue from the line down and down the bottom, and then we're going to do up to the top. Okay, so you're going to just pull this apart slightly, lay your glue down, and try to stay right on the edge because you want to keep the pocket nice and big so that we can actually put something fun in it. And then you're going to glue the bottom. So what I do is I get those two lines done, the bottom across the bottom and up to the fold. Got that part done. Now you have to flip it over so that you can see where you're going to glue. And now you will be gluing, you're going to glue all the way up this side. Okay, so you're just going to, again, lay a thin bead of glue. Go ahead and put that together. Sometimes you need to lay it down to make sure it stays nice together. Okay. So, got that. I'm going to put my, that's all you need, the glue for now. Now, I'm going to pull this back over. Now, I want to make sure that you have it standing up. So what you've done is you've glued this whole line together, but you've only glued up to the 5-inch mark on the inside. Okay? So now we're going to flip it a little bit, just so this is kind of hanging out. You're going to take your big scissors, and now you're going to just trim that up to the corner. Take the paper clip off, and now see what you've created. We've created this fun connecting flap, but it's actually a pocket. Okay, see how we've done that? And to keep your pocket open, I would tell you to use your ruler and go in there and just make sure that I just kind of slide it around to keep it open so that I keep my pocket as wide as I can, because the glue usually moves. And there we go. So here is our, so this is going to be accordion folded. You can fold this into here and then that way, that way, that way. One little tip, these two file folders, we trimmed them and they're each different. So you can see that the edges are not perfectly lined up. I don't have a problem with that, but that's up to you. Okay, so we are ready to go ahead and move forward. But I wanted to show you one thing. I chose to do just for 2 file folders. And so that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That gives us 14 spaces. There are 10 Bible verses in this study. So the reality is you really only need 10 spaces to do the study. And then obviously I like a cover. So that would be 11. So you have plenty in here. And with this study, I've also given you the list of the 10 verses. If you want to print that and put it in the journal, that would still have enough with just 2 file folders. However, if you feel like you want it to do more journaling, I'm going to show you another version, is that I made this other one with 3 file folders, okay? So all I did was exactly the same thing. I just added another file folder. So there's 2 pockets. So with this one, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 11. So you get 22. So this 3 file folders can make a really nice junk journal. The only other thing we didn't do was we left the height the size of the file folder. At this point, once I get it all put together, what I usually like to do is go in and trim the top, and I usually trim it back to 10.5. So I'm going to do that right now, and then the whole journal is ready. And okay, here's the problem. This does not go to 10.5, so I have to mark this with my ruler on my guillotine cutting board. So we wanted 10.5. So there is that, because the paper is 8.5 by 11, so it's only 11 high. So now I've got my mark. Now I can go in and trim it. There we go. So you could have done that first. I just realized I hadn't done it. So we are all set to go. The next episode will be all about covering the journal with our beautiful papers.